better soon. Oh, by the way, things are going to change now because Aaron gave me this. He said if I wear this, the money will come to us. Okay? This is a magnet for money. So hopefully it's going to bring us good luck. This is supposed to be my new good luck money charm. Okay? Hey, anything. I'll try anything at this point. So, Rafal, what's going on?
Yes, so welcome to the Ben Mallah podcast. If you'd like to send a question so we can give you a call, go to benmallah.com, go to the podcast tab and fill up the form. We also have a fast pass, so if you can go to merch version part of the website, to the shop, we have a fast pass for $20. You can get a call. And then we're also going to be reading the super chats. If you have any questions, you can send it through super chat, and I'll be reading them for Ben to answer.
That was a word from our sponsor. Okay, so what do we got today, Rafal? What do you want to do? Oh, we passed our clean minute yet. We got to keep clean for the first minute. YouTube won't pay you. What else?
You actually already blew it.
How did I blow it?
You said the S word.
When?
The first 10 seconds.
Oh, my God. So now what does that mean?
I'll cut it out. It's okay.
My God. It's getting ridiculous now. All right, so what do you got for us today? It's Sunday, and I'm here. What do you want to do? We got an hour. Who's got a problem? Let's get it on the table. Let's figure it out. You know, I don't know. I got a new phone finally.
What did you get?
Even after the screen got cracked, it still acted like a nut, that phone. So I got a new phone. All right. Very good. All I know is by the time I walked out of AT&T store, I ended up with two phones. I only need one phone. I walked with two phones and what do you call it? A tablet for the kids. And according to him, it's going to be free and my bill's going to go lower. Now, I don't know. Every time you go in there, it's but what are you going to do? I got about 5 phones on the plan. It costs about $500 a month, and it gives you pretty much everything I guess you need. So, I don't know. And I've been doing that with AT&T for probably 15 years. I don't know, whatever. 20 years.
So do you think that newer phone is better?
It works. At least the other one didn't work anymore. No, it works. But I'm tired of typing in the freaking passcode every time I want to do something. Can you fix that for me? All right, so what else we got? We got anybody out there got any real estate problems? Anybody working on a deal right now? Anybody buying something? Anybody got their hands in the goddamn game right now? I mean, I talked to a guy. Man, you put me on the phone with a guy. I don't want to tell him. I ain't saying his name, but man, this guy was resourceful as hell. He had a building he bought with owner financing. He's got the contractors doing the work the building needs on a payment plan, and he pays them a few bucks more. I mean, the guy was very, very resourceful. The way he put this whole deal together, and now he's trying to finish it. You'd be surprised at things that you can do if you put your mind to it. You sit there and think about a problem long enough, you might, chances are you're going to come up with some sort of solution, if it's feasible, possible. If you stick your mind on, problems, that's it. That's the only way you're going to fix them. It's the only way you're going to, take care of it. Every day I wake up and I think about, what do I need to do today? What are my problems, basically? And then try to just fix problems. That's what my life is. You wake up, hey, what's the problems for today? Oh, we got this break here. Oh, we can't do shit about that, so move on to the next one. We got these problems here. Okay, we'll do this, do that, and whatever. And, it's just basically fixing problems. That's all I do. I wake up and think about every building, every property, everything that's going on, and fix it. What else do you want to know, Rafal?
You want to talk about what happened this week?
What happened this week?
I've been
fighting with the boat guy all week. What else? A lot of things happen. I mean, I have to look at my phone. You should see the texts and emails and shit that goes on. But what?
Remember the video we made in one of the spots in Clearwater?
You mean Matt's new real estate agent? We found Matt a real estate agent to help him go out and find him a deal so he can... Well, Matt found her on his own, really. I just sent him to the location. He found a lady, and now she's going to help him locate a fixer-upper. He's going to fix up and rent out, and hopefully make some money every month. And it was, the part of town wasn't the best. It was pretty rough, but, there's only one way up. When you're at the bottom, that's up, so there's only one way to go. You're already at the bottom, shit. You go in there and you fix a house up and you rent it out to a nice family, maybe somebody with Section 8 or working or whatever, and improve the neighborhood, make money, everybody wins. Everything I ever did in the rough neighborhood was a win-win for everybody. Because I took crap and I fixed it up and I made it decent for people to live in. And I had to pass inspections. You don't rent to Section 8 unless you pass inspections. And then they got annual inspections every year. So, it ain't like, there's a benefit to everybody. But then again, I think I went and ruined a couple of neighborhoods too once. But you got to do what you got to do to make that money. I don't discriminate, I'm sorry, it used to be a nice block, but it ain't no more, goddammit, so sell me your building. I was a rough player, let me tell you. I was rough when I was in my 20s and 30s, and I learned from a guy who was really rough. I used to go I wasn't lying. My partner would buy a building, the guy that raised me, he'd buy a building on a block. And, we needed that place full. It wasn't full. That's why the guy sold it. He couldn't make any money. Well, rent to Section 8 then, and whatever. And do whatever you got to do. Lower your standards, lower your rents, do something. You got to make money, right? It's better than going bankrupt. I saved his ass with Section 8. He had a military building. It was all military. For all the time that building was there, it was always dependent on the Naval Hospital up in Oakland Hills. Okay? They shut it down. Back when they were shutting down all the bases, they shut it down. You know what they did to Mark Wilton? They shut him down. He had a 50-unit building that was empty. If I didn't go and stand on the steps of the damn Oakland Housing Authority with flyers and willing to drive people to the building and show it to them and asking everybody that came out the damn building, you got Section 8? That's what I did when I was in my 20s and 30s. Mainly 20s. Probably by the time I was 30, I taught little Ben how to do it. But so what I do, we filled it up with Section 8, we ran that sucker, we made money, sold the building, everything was great. What are you going to do?
Well, we're going to have a video on that experience.
Oh, yeah? Well, Matt's found an agent. He's going to buy a house or a duplex or something or a lot to put a manufactured home on and make some money. We're going to try to help poor Matt. You know why? Because I ain't paying him no more. I can't afford it. Shit, he wants to make more money. He needs to get his hands dirty. He needs to get out there and make some money. And he needs to learn how to create it himself. So.
All right. So we have some super chats.
And I'm off the hook. But go ahead.
Crazy Jewish.
Crazy Jewish. You're crazy and you're Jewish.
Where's Aaron?
It's crazy Jewish is almost the same word, but what? They go hand in hand.
He's asking, where's Aaron?
Aaron is getting a break. I don't know. He's at the age now where his mother had to go to Orlando to pick up her nephew. Another long story we ain't getting into. We are now responsible for a 3-year-old. So she had to go to Orlando to pick up the baby because the only person that could really babysit him over the weekend and she could play with his other cousins is in Orlando, which is Brenda, who's running the hotel in Orlando. So anyway, she had to run to Orlando and pick up a kid. Alani just got back, my niece, who's how old? 12, 13. We have her here. We got a 12-year-old niece. I just picked her up from the doctor's house. A friend's a doctor's house. And she spent the weekend over there because it was a friend's birthday. What else is going on? Aaron, somehow his mother's gone because she wouldn't tolerate it. And all of a sudden there's a couple of friends in the neighborhood and from school. I don't know if it was 2 girls or 3 girls. But one of them's driving, so one of them's got to be at least, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But they're nice kids. They look like nice kids. And, I give kids rope. I give them rope, and now Lonnie's back now. I picked her up, so she's with him, so I ain't worried. But if you don't let kids have some fun and social with other kids and, and shit, they'll use the bowling alley nobody ever uses. And you got to let them feel like, they got some, space too. So until he does something wrong, I give him, a little rope. His mother, she don't give him no rope. But I'll give him a little. But the first time you show me I can't trust you, that's it. You're done. So, except with Vincent, he just did what the hell he wanted. All right, what else you got?
I have another one from Meat Man.
Who?
Meat Man.
Meat Man.
How do you know a good town for flipping houses?
How do you know a good town when you find one?
For flipping houses.
I mean, you got to get out there and find them, go see where the cheapest houses are in a radius close to where you live and drive around and see what the area's like. Look for the cheapest stuff, because if it's cheap, then maybe you can add value to it. So get online, find an agent, and go in a 50-mile radius and get a list of all the cheapest houses on the market. Done. What else you got, Rafal?
All right, we're trying to get a phone call here.
Trying to get a phone call. This thing better bring me some good luck because I need it.
We have a caller.
Hello?
Hello, it's Ben. How are you today? How can we help you?
Hey, Ben. Good. How are you?
I don't know yet, but how are you?
Well, I'm in California, so trying to breathe in this fires, no oxygen, not getting out of the house.
I'm sorry to hear that. The fire was close to you?
Not really, but our area is also getting affected.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know what to say. Go somewhere it's safe. It's all I can think of.
Right. Well, Ben, I have a question. So I only bought multifamilies. I own like 16 units. And now that I'm looking, and I really cannot find any deals, and numbers don't make sense with multifamilies anymore. So I'm started looking in commercial real estate. And yeah, there are some like 8%, 10%, or 12% cap rates out there. And as I know these days that they don't make sense and they're really scary. But do you think doing like
right,
a long-term strategy, would it be a good idea to consider commercial?
What? Which kind? Listen,
like retail spaces or like
yeah, you're in California, okay? Go out and find out what's the highest cap rate on, don't you have places selling marijuana? They got them over here in Florida. In fact, I'm thinking about buying some. I'm not kidding. Me and Ben keeps pushing me to buy them. I'm going to go buy one tomorrow. I know there's one for sale right here in Florida. I mean, what's the story? It's even more legal where you're at, recreational. Why don't you got, there any good opportunities like that? They ain't going out of business, trust me. They'll pay their rent. Any of those out there, Curaleaf or something, or some big name, get the big name corporate ones.
Oh, but those ones, the numbers still don't make sense. They're like below 4% cap rates. They know that they are valuable. But the ones
because California charges a fortune for everything because there's too many people there with too much money and they're all competing against each other and everything's too expensive in California. It's always been that way. They've always been the top of the food chain as far as being the most expensive place to try to make any money at. I mean, I only did it because I was in the rough neighborhoods, you know, but unless you're on a whole major level. But anyway, I mean, you know, the point is, what are you going to borrow the money at? Let me ask you. You can't get a 5 or 6 cap on a decent triple net out there even? How about a 6 cap? You can't get a 6 cap on an auto parts store or nothing like that or something that's necessity?
Yeah, there are like QSRs, you know, like with decent brands, like around 6 caps or, you know.
All right, so how much can you borrow the money at? How much can you borrow money at?
Well, I can put like 35% down.
How much is your interest rate? How much is the cheapest interest rate you can borrow?
I'm not getting good interest rates. Like they're all over 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
Shit. Well, you know, you still,
I mean,
if they're paying you 6, listen, if they're paying,
all the lenders I've spoke so far, they just, you know, they either don't even respond back to me or they say like, you know, due to the position, commercial real estate is struggling.
Listen, banks are scared shitless right now. Banks are scared shitless. Yeah. They're just not telling nobody. All the banks are sitting around right now, and half the goddamn people ain't paying interest. Okay, trust me, it's true. They don't want nobody to know it. Okay, a small schmuck like me hasn't paid millions of dollars in interest, you know, over 3 to 6 months during this crazy episode we're having right now. So, you know, the banks are, forget about the loan to values. All the regulation shit's out the window. I think the banks, the only people that can loan any money right now is unless it's backed by the government type loan. That's the only loans I see getting done right now. Everybody else, I don't know. I don't see it. So, I don't know. You need to, you know, I think you're going to see prices coming down even in California, but, you know, find the best triple net deal.
The struggling ones have already come down.
Listen, even,
I'm seeing the movement.
Look at it this way. If you're getting 4.5, or if you can find a 6 cap, it's great. You find a 6 cap, and you borrow the money at 4.5, you still got a 1.5 spread on the bank's money you're making. So, you know, it ain't too bad, you know, but you got to find a safe brand and, you know, something that you know is not going to go bye-bye, and hopefully triple net with no management, and a long lease that goes out with options. I mean, you know, you got to find something really good. Find a creamer. Find a Starbucks. They ain't going out of business. Starbucks ain't going nowhere. I mean, anything with a drive-through ain't going nowhere. Food, franchise, restaurant, little ones, auto parts is good. Marijuana is probably your best bet. All right. Well, good luck to you. Take care, California.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Good luck to you, too. Bye.
All right, Rafal, what else you got?
We're going to try and get another caller.
Try to get another caller.
We also have some super chats. Thank you to Tendai for 10 pounds. He's asked, hello, Rafal, 10 pounds for you to seat a seat next to Ben for a minute so we can see who's behind the camera. We can do that other time. Then we have, thank you for Ralph TV, Francisco. What else?
Your English is getting a little better, but not much. Okay?
Yeah, I need to drink more vodka to read it correctly.
You drink more vodka and you talk more Polish.
Ben, I seen residential prices increase in Atlanta area. Should I sell, baby?
Listen, if you're happy with the profit you're going to get from selling, then you sell. All right? There's a line right there. I always look at it. If I sell this property, am I going to be happy with the profit I made on it? And where the hell am I going to put the money? Those are the two things that matter. So if you line those two things up, then that's what you do. But if you can't line them up, and you're not that, you don't know where to put the money, and if the profit is not that great, I don't know, but I can't see the market going any higher. Okay, and Atlanta's a strange town. I don't know much about Atlanta, but I see the market definitely going down, and until this thing goes bye-bye.
Hello.
Hello, it's Ben. How are you today? How can we help you?
Ben, what's happening? Brooklyn Mike here.
Oh, no. Oh, it gives me a headache just hearing that fucking voice from, hey, it's Brooklyn Mike from New York, Brooklyn, yeah. What the hell are you doing?
I'm ready for the event. Everyone's calling me. They want tickets for Saturday. We're sold out.
Canceled. Only going to be a select few that signed up. I'm not filling a room up with a whole bunch of mamalukes and whatever that means. I don't know. It's just a word. I've heard it all my life from people like him. He's a mamaluke, I think.
Tickets.
Anyway, no tickets.
No tickets
by you.
10. I got 10.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now. If you don't provide and put yourself in a dunk tank that night, then we are no longer going to associate with you at all. That's your one thing you have to contribute. Okay? And I got a baseball player.
For Ben Mallah.
I got a major league pitcher coming to throw the ball. We're going to dump you.
If the fans only knew.
So we're going to find out if you're really half fish because we're going to keep you underwater.
That's it. The fans only knew what I got to do for Ben Mallah.
Yeah, let's see you do it. All right, what else you got? You ain't doing shit. Oh, I got a house here. I got a house. You ain't got shit. You run around eating your fucking fancy meals and your fucking fancy wine and smoke your fancy cigars, and you ain't got a fucking thing going on. Oh, I hustle a car here. Hustle a car here. Here.
That's it.
Here. Buy some real estate, you chicken shit.
That's it. This week, we got to find a deal.
Yeah, you never have a deal. You got no deals.
I don't know. I'm working.
And you lost money on your beachfront condo, didn't you?
Yep.
You lost money, didn't you? Tell the truth.
No, on the condo I made money. I made like 50 grand.
Yeah.
I spent it already.
50 grand will last you. Let's see. This guy lives like, I know for a fact, I'm not kidding, he spends minimum 10 grand a month eating out. Probably more. That's just fucking dinner. He probably spends $15,000 a month in dinner and cigars and wine. I bet you.
You got it.
He's got to get out there and hustle every month. He's got to hustle 15 grand just to cover his fucking dinner bill. Okay, that's what because he wants to be a fucking big shot. He has to hustle to be a big shot. I don't need to hustle to be a big shot. I am a big shot. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.
All right, have a good day, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello.
All right, we're trying to get another caller.
Trying to get another caller. You're a telephone operator.
I am.
You remind me of people with the old when I was young, I had an apartment building that actually had the phone system in the lobby where you plug the things in and connect them and shit. I learned how to do that shit when I was like 12.
All right, we have some more super chats. FX Boats, thank you. Kenneth Harbor, I will check out what's going on with that. Then we have a B-Car RE. That's the name. He has
I don't understand the fucking thing he's saying.
Microphone is here. All right.
Believe me, it's not the microphone. It's who's talking into it.
Do you have dreams when you sleep? Hi from Germany. I found your videos very motivating.
Good. Motivate. Seriously. Everybody get off your ass and start looking now because the market's going to crash. Start getting a feel. I didn't say jump into nothing. Start getting a feel. People still wacko with their prices, but start watching it. And start ready to make low offers. That's what I'm going to start doing. Screw it. Because I see a ton of shit going to the market, and they can ask what the hell ever they want. They're crazy. They're asking $250,000 for apartments that rent for $1,500 a month in South Florida. They're nuts.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, how are you today? How can we help you?
Good, how are you?
What's up? What you got?
Hey, I was going to ask you about that boat that you're selling.
The boat? Which boat? The one
Yeah.
I'm selling or the one I'm buying?
The one that you're buying.
The one I'm buying?
Yeah. Because from what I'm hearing on the podcast, it seems like you're struggling with, paying off those hotels. So I was like,
Why am I buying a boat?
What's making you buy that boat?
I'm making me buy the boat. You know why?
Oh,
Because
okay.
I always wanted
Yeah.
one, and I'm sick of chartering and using other people's shit. I want my own shit, and I'm gonna get it before I lose it all. At least I can say, hey, if I go broke, hey, I had the fancy house, I had all the fancy cars, I had the fancy plane, and now I have the fancy boat. So if I drop dead tomorrow, I can say, hey, I accomplished all my lifetime goals in life. Fuck. Fuck it. And I'm gonna float that money because interest rates are low right now. So as long as I can keep making monthly payments on my credit, I'm doing good. It's only about $2,500 a month on $1 million you borrow. So, if I go out and borrow a couple of $1 million, it costs me $5,000 a month in interest. There you go, baby. Live it while you can. And I'm living it. Fuck that. I'm not gonna live forever. I'm gonna fucking start living.
See, Ben, that's the other question I was going to get into is in regards to the interest rate. You say it's kind of low. I bought a duplex, and the interest rate is 5%.
How much? 5%?
5. Yeah.
Well, the interest rate is also based on you. It depends on what kind of loan you got. If you went to Fannie or Freddie right now or FHA, I think it would be more like in the high 2s or 3. What kind of loan you got? A regular loan from a regular bank?
Yeah, regular bank.
Okay, well, did you try to go to Fannie, Freddie, or FHA or any of that? Well, go to Fannie, Freddie.
Because I'm investing out of state, so.
So what? It's a part of the country, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I can get like an FHA loan.
Why
right?
not?
I'm not living there.
You don't have to live in an FHA loan. Go to a broker. Mortgage brokers can. Let me tell you something. When I started out, I had to pay guys that were mortgage brokers, and that guys really who helped me be who I am today. His name was Rich Fishman. He had a mortgage company, and he would say, "Okay, this is your situation." Okay, he knew 1,000 banks. He knew what these banks wanted, who would give you what rates, who knew what, and he fits you into the right bank. And that's what he got his percentage for. I don't know, it wasn't much.
Yeah, I think that's what they told me.
Go to a mortgage broker, go online or something even, probably a search engine online, the banks will look at you. But I get a mortgage broker that sells more, that'll find you the right mortgage. And it don't cost you nothing unless you do the mortgage.
Yeah, that's what they told me. They told me based on my current
Shop. It's all about shopping, but with a mortgage broker, he does the shopping for you. Instead of you running all around and going online and making a million calls, he can look at your property, he can look at you, and he'll match you up with the best deal he can do. That's how he makes his money. So that's what you need to do.
Mortgage broker to find this one. So
all
that's
right,
what he told me.
go refinance. And how much equity you got in that property? How much did you pay for it?
I'm paying 50.
How much did you pay? Did you already own it or what?
Oh no. I'm in closing right now.
You're in closing. And how much you paying for a duplex? 50 grand?
Yeah, 50 grand.
How much is it going to be worth later? Can you fix it up? Can you raise the rents?
I can raise the rents maybe a little bit, but I'm cash flowing right now.
All right, well, there you go. Go for it. Go shop around, find a mortgage broker maybe to help you get a better loan if you can. All right?
All right.
Good luck to you. Take care. Good luck on you. Congratulations. Close the deal. But listen, if you got to take that 5% right now just to close the deal, you do it. And then you worry about refinancing later. But don't get tied into a bunch of long, prepayment penalty clauses in the loan, all right?
But do you think I can refinance later on, even if the
In about a
property doesn't really
year,
appreciate?
in about a year, you could probably refinance. You can always refinance to a better rate, as long as you're not trying to get cash out. I don't think the banks really care. It's when they put money in your pocket, they want to see that the property's seasoned and you owned it a while, and you ain't trying to just grab some money and run. So, if you're just trying to get your rate, it's just the biggest thing is this: don't tie yourself into no long-term prepayment penalties if you can help it. But if this,
No, I put the 25% down, so I'm good. I'm not.
well, if that 5% is the only way you can get that loan right now because of whatever else is going on in your personal, life, whatever, then do it. And then refinance later. But try to shop around if you can. How much time you got before closing? How much time you got before closing?
For closing?
How much?
Maybe two more weeks to close.
Well, I'd definitely go see a mortgage broker real quick just to see what he says, all right? And let him see what loan you're getting and say, here's the situation. Can you help me or you can't? He ain't going to waste his time if he can't help you, believe me. All right, good luck to you.
The other question I had, last question, sorry, was I was hearing your previous podcast to this one, and you were saying that your multifamilies are kind of struggling right now because of the coronavirus. I'm looking into multifamily right now. Do you think it's a bad time to look, or do you think wait off and save more money, or?
It's always a good time to look because you never know what you're going to find, so it's always, but right now is very dangerous. Everything has a risk level. Right now, it's very high risk for anything in real estate. Don't kid yourself. Right now, you don't know what can happen. It's a high risk, but it's not affecting the price of real estate. That's the problem. So, right now you need to just keep looking, but people tend to always need a place to live. Once this whole thing blows over, it should be okay. But, right now you can't evict nobody. So very dangerous, but
All right.
there's always good deals out there. Keep looking. Good luck.
All right, appreciate it, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
What else is going on? Come on, this thing better start working. I don't know when I wake up on a Monday morning if this thing's working or not. The first thing I want you to do is I want the broker to call me up tomorrow morning and say he spoke to Taiwan and they took my offer and we have a deal. That's number one on my agenda for money tomorrow. Get that out the way. It's ringing. Anyway. Hello, it's Ben. How are you? What are you going?
Good, how are you?
I don't know. What's going on? What do you got for us? Give us something good.
What do I got? I called you the other day. I was in the situation with the squatter on the property I bought.
You talk about the guy whose family used to own the Albanian restaurant,
Yes.
and you went to Rich and you bought a house for $80,000. It was supposed to be vacant when you bought it, but it wasn't vacant
Yes.
because you didn't check the goddamn house before the day your escrow closed. So now you hired a lawyer and he's supposed to take care of everything for you.
Yes.
So what? What else? You're waiting for the lawyer to straighten it out. I don't know what else to tell you. Unless you want to go over there and, put your head down and say, hey, what's up, man? Any way we can work this out? I really got to get this house fixed up and sold, man.
But I lose the $1,000 deposit if I do that.
What deposit?
On the attorney.
Listen, you need a solution to your problem. Just talking to somebody has nothing to do with the lawyer, does it? It's called settling. All lawyers want to settle. The lawyer should attempt to settle before he just takes you and drags you to court and runs up legal fees.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did the lawyer say to do? Do what the lawyer said, because I don't want you getting me in trouble saying, oh, the lawyer told me to do this, but Ben told me to do that. What did the lawyer say? What did the lawyer say?
I wouldn't do that.
What did the lawyer say? The lawyer said to what? He's going to handle it and file some kind of other action against him?
He's just going to do the 3-day, then he's going to do the 5-day notice, and then we'll take it from there. But I told him, I said he's going to...
Oh, listen, you know what I heard from my son? I don't know if it's true. You better look it up. This is what I think my son told me. Yeah, little Ben. He claims, and you better verify this with the lawyer, that you can still do evictions, but you can't do them for non-payment. So if you evict him on the terms that he doesn't have proper legal tenancy there, and not just for money, don't put money in it, then I think they will process the eviction. But you better verify that with the lawyer and find out for sure.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, that's what little Ben told me. I don't know.
The attorney did say that
All
because
right,
it's
well,
not.
all right, so come on. I ain't got all day for you, God damn it. You still owe me a friggin' pizza you cheated me out of in the restaurant.
I'll bring a pizza
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
next
yeah,
at the hotel.
yeah.
Because I got the room. I'll bring it then.
So what else you got? You're still in the same boat. What else? Nothing else.
That's it.
That's it. It's a wrap. Where's your, did you open up your parents? How your parents doing? Good. They open up another restaurant and they retire now.
No, they're done with the restaurant.
All
My
right.
dad, he works at one now. He'd rather work
Okay.
at.
Where's he working at? Which one are you working at? Can you tell me? Please tell me it's
yeah,
on
it's called-
Highway 19 and it's a Lucky Dill.
It's in Holiday.
Oh, in Holiday, huh?
Yeah. It's a
All
little
right.
far.
What's it called?
It's called the Loaded Slice.
Loaded Slice?
Yep.
All right. If I'm in that neighborhood, I'll stop in and see him and tell him hi. I got a shopping center on Holiday. I got the public shopping center down there. Make sure you go shopping there.
Yeah, it goes
All
all
right.
the time. You still own it?
All right, take care. We got to go. We got other callers. Thank you. What else you got, Rafal?
We have some super chats.
Super chat. Aaron, you've done playing with your friends? Huh? Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Ben,
Yes.
what is the most efficient way to make money from $0?
What is the most efficient way to make money for $0? You know, it takes money to make money. You know, you can't just go out and say, I'm going to buy something with no money. It ain't happening. You know, I don't know what to say. You know, there's only so much you do. You need to get somebody else's money then. You know, if you can't come up with any money, see if you can find somebody that does have some money that's willing to trust you. You know, or bring them in as a partner. You know, zero down. I don't know. I never seen it to actually happen. You know, I don't know. You could find somebody. I don't know. I never was able to accomplish zero down. You know, you borrow some money from somebody. You know, work the FHA with only 3.5% down. I don't know. Anybody else know? Call us and let us know. Sorry, zero down. That means I give you nothing unless you can, you know, get some sweat into something. You know, sweat equity. Your time's valuable. Tell somebody, hey, you make me a partner and I'll handle everything. I don't know. You got to know the right people. You got to network, you know. You got to hustle, baby. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, it's Ben. How are you today? How can we help you?
Hi, Ben. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. What's up? What you got for us?
So I have a problem. I'm managing a building for a guy, and I keep having tenants park in the wrong space. And so I want to know, what would you do to a guy who's parking in the wrong space? Like, I assume you get a contract with a tow truck company and you get him towed away. But, like, what do you do? I don't know. They're saying it's illegal to just tow someone's car without the owner there.
You talking about tenants that all live in the building just parking whatever the hell they want, or they're assigned spaces, or what's the story?
It's tenants who live there. Tenants. I don't even know. I don't even know who owns the cars, but I have tenants calling me day and night saying, someone's in my spot, someone here, someone there.
I don't understand. Are there designated spots? Are the tenants
Yes.
assigned parking spaces with numbers on them, or what?
Yes, it's designated spots with assigned parking for each of the tenants.
All right. So, and you should just cover your ass. You should have a big sign up there that said, assigned parking only, you know, and then, or violators will be towed. And then you give how many units is it? How many apartments? How many parking spaces?
It's a small building. It's a 6 unit with 8 parking spaces.
You know, you need to go, you got to find out. You're managing the property yourself, right?
Yeah, I'm managing it myself.
All right. Well, you know, you need to kind of just ask the tenants which car. You know, you got to do. You got to find out. Is it the same car parking in the wrong spot all the time?
You know what? I just started. We just bought this building like in the last 5 months, and I was just got put onto this building now. So I have to find out a bit more information on it, I guess.
You need to go knock. How many doors you got? How many doors you got?
Total about 60.
60. I thought there was only 6 or 8 spots there, or what?
Well, how many doors I got on that building? On that building,
Yeah,
6 doors.
6 doors. So, and you just got your hands on it, or what?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, it's only 6 doors. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean,
It's a waste of my time with all this parking.
But, you know, the thing is, as soon as you take over a building, you should, you know, I'd knock on everybody's friggin' door, at least know who the hell the tenants are. You know, I mean, I don't know. That's the way I used to manage shit. You know, I go to the building and, hey, by the way, you know whose car this is? First, you got to identify the car that, is parked there. When the person calls you, ask them, well, what's the name, what's the make of the car? What's the license plate number? So you know what car it is. And then, that's what
Get
management.
a contract with a towing company saying
you could do that, but it's best to you just took over the place. You can't just go and let me ask you a question. Are you collecting rent from these people?
Am I collecting rent from these people?
Yes.
No, they're all on e-transfer.
Did you ever do an inspection? Do you know these people? Do you never meet the tenants? Anything?
I know. I've met most of the tenants.
Why don't you
They're
just
outside
find out what
usually or
car it
something.
is? Why don't you just find out what car it is and then, send an email or talk to them and ask them, does anybody know who this car is? It's parking in so-and-so spot.
I guess.
I mean, it's management. It's a pain in the ass, but it's part of the job. I mean, the tenant that's complaining. Let me ask you a question. The tenant that's complaining, they should know. They don't know whose car it is.
He just complains to me saying there's someone in my spot. Take care of it, swearing at me, and then hangs up the phone or texts me or whatever it is.
Well, is it the same car all the time? You don't know, or that's the thing.
It's too recent. I think it's the same car or two. Maybe it might even be a couple cars.
Well, do you have the proper signage that says with a picture of a tow truck that says assigned parking only? All others will be towed.
Well, that's what I was trying to find out, because the people I called maybe 10 tow truck companies in the area, and every single tow truck company is saying the owner needs to be present when we tow the car.
Right.
But if the owner is present, then we wouldn't have that issue.
Listen.
If the issue is someone comes home at 12 o'clock at night and there's a car in their place and they have nowhere to park.
You need to. Do you have a big sign threatening people? Sometimes the sign works when you ain't got to tow people.
I guess, yeah. No, I don't have a sign.
You need
I have to get in that.
The biggest sign you can and show a picture of a tow truck on it. Trust me, it works. And it says, assigned private parking, assigned parking only. All others will be towed. And you see a picture of a tow truck. That's worth every bit of telling people, don't fucking park here if you don't belong here in a spot. I mean, that's the first thing you got to do. Then, if they still do it, then you're going to have to fucking tell the tow truck driver, listen, whatever, I don't know, but you got to have a sign up. You got to warn people, okay? You got to warn them. Try warning them, and that should solve the problem. Trust me. It always worked for me. Big fucking sign warning your ass, don't fucking park here, okay? And then if that don't work, then you're probably going to have to fucking tow somebody if that don't work. All right? But try to find out who it is if you can. Tell the guy to take a picture. Tell the guy next time he wants to complain about somebody in his parking space to text you a picture. Can he do that for you at least? Can
That's a good call. Good call.
Do that at least. You're complaining. Goddamn tenant, somebody's parking.
So I know whose car it is. Yeah.
Somebody's parking in
and
my
have
space.
proof.
I'm just kidding. I would always respect tenants and their parking. All right.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All
I
right,
appreciate it.
good luck. Go get a good big sign. Big sign. Make sure there's a picture of a tow truck with a car being towed away on it. Pay the extra $5 for the better sign. Trust me. All right? And make sure it's metal.
Sure.
And stab it
buy
right in
nice
front.
or buy twice.
Stab it right in the front of the entrance to the parking area, okay? Good luck. Adios.
Thank you. Ciao.
All right. What else you got, Rafal?
We have some.
Rafal came here, and he blocks the fucking garage. I got to go pick one of the kids up. I can't get my goddamn car. I almost hit your car. You're lucky Aaron was back there watching, because I almost hit your goddamn car.
You could have just called me.
Yeah, I could have.
All right, we have some super chats.
Who blocks people's garages in? Anyway, super chat. I'm just kidding.
I know.
You didn't know I was going anywhere. Go ahead. What else?
All right, so we have.
And he brought us lunch today. Oh my God! Finally, I don't believe it. He comes to somebody's house. He finally brings something. Like a mensch. What? I'm just kidding. He brought all of us lunch today.
It was very good.
Seminole subs.
All right.
It was a good steak sandwich.
Max asks, I'm 27 and I'm looking to invest into my first deal in UK. I'm renting though. Is it a good idea to rent the house I live in and go into student property?
I cannot give you any kind of advice on what to do in the United Kingdom. I mean, it's a totally different market. All I can say is basic rule of thumb in real estate. You want to create the supply where the demand is. You have to find the demand so you can supply it. Whether it's student housing, whether it's elderly housing, whether it's low-income housing, whether it's B, A, B, C, don't matter. What is the demand for you to supply? If there's a demand for student housing, it's great if there's demand for it, but if there ain't no demand for it, it ain't no good. And if you want to rent your place out, that's fine, but then you're going to need somewhere to live. So that's going to take away either from your income or you're going to have to pay out to rent somewhere. So I don't know. But the UK is a tough place. Canada, United Kingdom, you'd think California and New York are expensive. The whole country's California and New York prices. So anyway, good luck to you, mate.
All right, and we have thank you to Pay Styles for $5.
Thank you. Yeah.
Big Ben, how's your mom? My mom is also abusive, raging, and lunatic.
My mom can't be anymore. She's lucky I don't go visit her just to get the pleasure of seeing her there, and she ain't no big tough bully no more, pushing me around. Little Ben, one of his assignments is he takes care of her. He's got to deal with her. I can't. I don't have the tolerance or I can't handle it. I dealt with it for plenty of years when I was a kid, and I can't deal with it no more. Thank God. She's got one good grandson that cares about her. And he has to deal with that bullshit. The nurses and this and that, and her bitching and complaining and never happy. And but she's doing good. She's all right. She don't call me. If she was in problem or had real trouble, she'd call me. But she don't call me, so I'm good. Hello.
Good afternoon. This is Robert Woods. How's everything going?
Robert Woods, how are you today?
Pretty good, sir. What about you?
Hanging in there. What can we do for you?
Well, I'm calling because I am an emerging real estate developer, and I own about a half an acre of land that is zoned for mixed use in Columbus, Mississippi, a few blocks away from a college, and about 15 minutes away from Columbus Air Force Base, Mississippi. And so my goal is to build a micro unit fourplex and essentially use my VA loan to acquire the property, and get that long-term mortgage. The problem with me right now is the fact that I don't have a large concentration of capital, so I can't necessarily get a construction loan at this time. So if you were me trying to figure out, trying to do this specific strategy, what would you do in order to get that the down payment for a construction loan of a cost of, if the construction loan was about $250,000?
You're going to build 4 units?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. I know FHA helps you buy stuff. I don't know if they have a program that helps you build something. I think somebody was telling me that they do finance that stuff. I mean,
yeah, they do.
I was talking to Valley Bank the other day, and he mentioned some kind of program that was similar to, like, instead of buying, that you could build. You need to find honestly, I would consult with maybe somebody that knows how to find a mortgage like that. You got money to put down, right?
Not enough. I would probably need, for the 20% down, I'll probably need like 30 or 40 grand. I don't have that.
How much? Out of the 250, you mean?
Yeah.
It's the same. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay.
The thing is this, you qualify for a VA loan, he said?
Yeah.
All right. So if you qualify for a VA loan,
of getting my,
the VA loan doesn't have any program for building stuff, only buying stuff, right?
Well, they have they do have programs for building, but only certain lenders use it, essentially. Like, even now, most lenders still want a down payment right now for the VA loan, which is supposed to be a zero money or no money down.
You already own the land?
Yes. I'm trying to get a land equity loan, but
you owe money on the land? You owe money on the land?
No, I don't.
I'm surprised you can't lay down the title to the land in front of a bank and then, come up with, I don't know. You know, you're gonna need to try to find a specialist to help you with this one, like a mortgage broker. I'd run it by a mortgage broker. It doesn't cost you nothing to talk to people and find out what's available. You know, because they're not going to make money unless they do the deals. They're not going to waste their time if they can't help you.
Right.
So, but you know, when I was first starting out trying to do stuff, because I remember there were mortgage brokers that say, you know what, I can get you. You know, they know all the banks. They know what banks will, what won't. You charge a little extra money on the interest, and they'll do a little more for you. I mean, I used to get loans to fix up properties all the time. I mean, the bank would loan me the money to buy it, they'd loan me the money to fix it up, and but now I don't know. And building it from scratch, I'm not sure. But I try to consult with a mortgage broker, tell him the situation, and see if he has any lenders out there interested in loaning you the money. You know, they're the pros. They know what's going on in the banking world, and they know who's going to do what. You know, me and you, we don't know what the hell all these different banks want to do. All right, well, good luck to you. I hope it works out.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, look into manufacturing. What about manufactured housing?
Yeah, that's actually what I really want to do.
Well, why don't you go to a factory? Listen, seriously, this is what you need to do.
A factory?
Go to a factory that builds them, all right? And a lot of times they have lenders that will finance for you, and they can do fourplexes too. I think there's some factories in Mississippi. I think I bought one from Mississippi once. It was built there. Look up the closest manufactured housing from you, and meet with them, and they know because they sell. They help people, you know, buy them by getting financing. They may know if you're willing to do a manufactured one there, and you own the land free and clear. They may be willing to float you the money to build you a manufactured home and put it there. All right.
Right. All right. Thanks a lot.
Good luck. Take
Appreciate
care. I mean, I know I walked in those manufactured places and they got signs up, only, you know, $1,000 a month. You know, they have financing on approved credit, whatever, and all that shit. Well, they got brokers for that too. What else you got?
We got some super chats.
Super chat.
Thank you to JJKK.
JJ and KK.
Send $2. So Jose is asking, how can I have
I
you
actually
call
knew
me?
a friend of mine, his daughter, his wife was named KK. KK, yeah, I remember. What's up?
He's asking, how can I have you call me? And answer to that, I'll answer that one. You can go to benmallah.com, go to the podcast tab, and then you fill up your form. If you do not get a call from us during the podcast, you can always order the consult with Ben. You can get a 10 or 15-minute phone call with Ben, and he'll help you analyze the deals and give you tips on real estate. It's definitely worth it.
Basically, you got to go through the Polish mafia to get to me.
Exactly.
All right? You want to talk to me? I got an agreement. I made a deal with the devil, the Polish devil. You got to go through him to get to me, or else he gets cut out, and he know like that. Polish people have been cheated too much by the Russians. We're not going to be cheated no more.
That's right. It also helps, helps buying the equipment.
Hey, you know, he just bought, how much you wait? You said you went out and bought 2 new cameras?
Yeah.
How much was it?
It was like $2,800 total.
What? $2,800? Why didn't we buy a freaking GoPro? They're only like $20 now, right?
I did get a GoPro, but we got something else too.
You spent $2,800 on cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, because the old ones kept melting. Every time you be out in the damn sun
That's
for 10
right.
minutes, the camera would melt. You couldn't film shit. All right. Well, you know, he ain't lying. He ain't bullshitting. So help poor Rafael out. All right. What else you got?
We have some. Thank you to IGH Properties. He sent us $100.
$100 from IGH Properties. You know, it's similar to IHG, which is International whatever. I'm part of them with a Holiday Inn. IHG, HIE. Thank you very much. What else you got?
So his question is, Ben, when you bought properties in really bad neighborhoods back in the day, did you ever have any issues with the neighborhood when you used to work yourself?
I mean, you know, I grew up in bad neighborhoods, so, you know, you act accordingly, okay? And you have to, you know, whatever. You got to do what you got to do and do what you got to do to get in there. But let me tell you one thing. It's a lot easier to get along with people than it is to fight with them, okay? That I will tell you. And I've always been a try guy to get along. Because what you got to do is you got to put yourself in their shoes, okay? There's 2 sides to every story, and, you know, you got to look at the situation the way it is, okay? You know, I did whatever the hell I had to do to get along, and I always had a way of getting along with the toughest people in town, so that was a benefit. I always made tough friends. It's always good to have tough friends when you come from a rough neighborhood. So, you do what you got to do, but, you got to understand, it's here, sometimes you got to look the other way, but you got to focus on your project and then, hey, I'm just here to fix my shit up. And then you put a good family in there, and then the neighborhood changes, and then eventually the neighborhood ain't so bad no more, So, what I've always seen is when you come into a neighborhood and you're trying to make improvements, when you make improvements, it only brings good stuff. Improvements don't bring bad stuff. So everything always works out. But there are definitely neighborhoods you got to watch your ass back. You had to be ready. Always watch your back and be leery of everybody and everything. But try to get along with folks, You're doing your thing, everybody doing their thing, ain't got to do with me. I'm doing my shit, you're doing your shit, and we ain't got nothing to do with each other. Let's just leave it that way. You don't get in my way, I don't get in your way, everything cool. You know what I'm saying, God damn it?
Of course. Thank you to Sidex for another $100.
$100? Man, you got those cameras almost paid for, 24, 26 to go.
That's right. Thank you, that's really appreciated.
You should pay for my new phone for file, Hey, what's up?
I'll
So
get
what
you
else
for
you got?
Trying to get another caller.
Get another call. Hello, it's Ben. How are you?
What?
What? It's Ben. What the hell are you doing? What's going on? Come on, you're on the air. This is big time, air time.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. All right, next caller. This guy is getting drunk on a friggin' Sunday. Isn't it football time? Everybody's talking about watching football today, right? 5:37. I thought football started around 4 o'clock, didn't it? Is it on now? Oh, we ain't got no damn people listening. Everybody watching football. Yeah. Tom Brady playing, right? And then the other guy, Kowski. Tom Brady comes to our neighborhood, I heard. All right, so people watching football, I can't sit still and watch guys throw the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball, run here. I can't sit still for this all freaking hours long. Aaron, how come you're watching on your phone? All right, you got no callers. Everybody's watching football. Nobody wants to make money in real estate.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, I didn't know it was you. I'm so sorry because I put in my number last week.
What's up? How can we help you? What do you got?
How you doing, Ben? What's going on?
What'd you do? You pocket dialed us? Is that what you did? No, what's up?
No, I called you right back because I didn't realize.
Okay,
I put my number in last week, not this week.
All right, what do you got for us?
My question is like this.
Who?
My question is like this. I live in New York, in Rockland County, and the deals that I'm looking for, let's say I go to North Jersey, all these areas, things are just crazy overpriced. My question is, are the prices going to go up? That means these are the prices now, but it's just going to go up, even though things don't make sense?
I can't see anything going up anymore. If it don't make sense, you got to leave it alone. Okay?
It don't make sense because there's so many people jumping on the same deal.
Then you got to do what I do. When shit don't make sense, I sit down and I say, well, I don't even pay attention to it. Why? Because it don't make sense. When shit start making sense, then I'll pay attention to it. You just got to keep looking until you find something that makes sense. And that'll tell you.
I'll give you an
when
example.
The
The whole
turning.
North Jersey, you got on every deal, you have thousands of people trying to get it. And then the prices go up like crazy. My question is, the same thing was 30 years ago. Was the same situation, or people had brains back then?
Listen, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do. You got to wait for the market to come down where it makes sense to be in real estate. Because if the price is too high, it don't make sense, and that's the end of it. Or you go out of North Jersey and you start looking at areas that have growth, where they build the new factories, where the home developers throwing up 1,000 homes somewhere. All these home builders are building away. I mean, you got to follow the trail, follow the growth.
I know the big problem is, tell me if you think I'm right, I think because it's so easy to get hard money these days, that's why people are paying ridiculous prices. People are just taking hard money and doing all type of stupid things with it.
Interest rates are very cheap. When interest rates are low, that means you can afford to pay more. So whoever's selling saying, well, fine, pay me more because interest rates are low. You ain't got to pay the bank, pay the seller. That's the way it works. It's simple. If interest rates weren't at 3% and 4% right now and they were at 8%, then the price of real estate would be half of what it is today. Simple.
No, I'm not talking about regular mortgage. I'm talking about getting hard money.
Hard money? I mean, I don't know.
My question is it so crazy? Our deal is just so expensive because it's so easy to get hard money. And 30 years ago, people weren't taking so much hard money.
I don't know.
You know, people look at hard money like free money, you know?
It may be easy in New Jersey, but hard money is, I mean, it's out there. All kinds of money's out there. Money's out there easily for everybody right now. I mean, it was. All right. Well, good luck to you, sir. Take care.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Ben. I love you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
All right, Rafal.
All right, we have some more super chats.
Super chat.
Socialplex apps.
I don't know who reads words, you or Aaron?
All right, well, he sends us $100, so thank you very much for that.
$100. Holy shit! You'll be buying more shit now.
So the question is,
what happened to your motorcycle? Anybody find out about your stolen motorcycle yet?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Nothing. Okay.
So it's pretty much gone.
I might know where it's at. I'll put out a couple of inquiries. All right, what else you got?
All right, so the question
Mexican
is,
side of the family. What?
402 East Bay Drive, the little corner building next to Donny Mill. What do you think about that thing?
We just bought that car from Donnie Mills, that little car that Matt's driving the housekeepers around in because we weren't up 20 miles on the Escalade. I don't know. I mean, what are you going to do with it? If you ain't got a purpose for it and it ain't rented, I don't know. Is it rented? Is it empty? It's a small little place, it looks like, I think. I've driven by it a million times. You got to have a tenant and income coming in. I mean, if you got a reason for it, a purpose, it looks too small to do any redevelopment on. I think you talk about that little lot there. I don't know. You better have a reason or a way to make money on it. If it ain't making money, it's all about the rent. That's all that matters. Can you rent it? You know, or do you need it for something that's going to save you from paying rent somewhere? I don't know. All right, what else you got?
Thank you to IGS Properties for another $100.
$100? I'll sit here for the rest of my friggin' life then for $100.
Here is another 100 for the camera. See you at the event.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it. I really appreciate everybody that signed up, but we had to lower the number. You know, I'm not packing no big-ass room full of people. I wouldn't do that. We're going to do only about 50, 60 of us and see how it goes. And then if it works out, maybe we'll do it a couple times a month, maybe in different cities and different hotels we got. Hey, but I really appreciate everybody that signed up for those 50, 60 rooms because the hotel really needed the income. We're getting bled, and I really appreciate the effort. You know, it's not going to be big money that we made for the hotel, but it's something, and it's better than nothing, and it shows that people are loyal and they care. You know who your friends are when you're down on your luck. Everybody, oh, Ben, when you're rolling high. But now that I'm down, who's there to help me out?
We have a caller.
Hi, how are you today? How can we help you?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Hanging in there. What's up?
Yeah, man. So I just, finished renovating my, first property. I bought it for $115, put about $50,000 of work into it. And, right now it's on the market for about $220. And I've come across another deal that I'm going to hopefully try to 1031. It is for about 68 units across 3 apartment complexes, and it's selling. They're asking about 1.2. The bank is appraising it for about 900, and of course, I'm gonna take about $100,000 from this deal. And my father's willing to take out his retirement money to go in with me. And, in a situation where, I feel like this is a good opportunity going from one door to 60. But, I'm a little iffy as far as risking my dad's whole retirement. And
how much money you got to put in? How much money are you taking from your dad? How much money are you taking from your dad?
So he's probably got like 60 to 80 grand, and I'll have hopefully about 100.
All right, and you need this money to buy the 68 units, correct? Plus the profit. You count on the profit from the house you're getting ready to flip from 165 to 225. You got $50,000 there after cash and closing and costs. So you got $50,000 there, and all this money together, you're going to be able to buy the 68 units, right?
Yep, I should be.
Who's financing? You got a bank to finance?
So we're going to the bank that already has the financing to the current owners, and they're willing to let us take over the financing. It's a smaller bank, so they don't want to lose the business.
Listen, if you're sure you can handle it, it sounds like you're stealing these 68 units. It sounds like you're stealing them. If you can get in there, figure out what's wrong with those 68 units, make them make more money. It sounds like a home run to me. I mean, 68 units, what are they worth after you get a hold of it? You got a plan for them? You're going to fix them up? You're going to raise the rents? You're going to fill up any vacancies? What are you going to do?
Yeah. So it's currently, they say, and this is my main concern is I'm going off of what they say. I've been out to the property several times. I've seen, and it does seem like it's about 97% occupied. But they're really iffy as far as like going in there doing inspections. I believe they've been trying to sell it for a long time. Everyone who comes along and gets the bank to go out there does inspections. They find a lot of problems and they get scared.
Well, you better find out what the problems are because you got to fix those problems. Okay.
Exactly.
So you better know about every single problem there is with that place. So I mean, it sounds like a really cheap price, but how much are the rents in the place?
So the rents in that area are anywhere between $400 to $600. But they're definitely in that particular area. Just in the last 12 months alone, I've seen a lot of apartment complexes go up almost $100 in rent. The area is up and coming. I do believe
how much you paying for it again? How much you paying? $1.7 million, you said, or how much you paying?
No, 1.1 is they were asking 1.4. We've negotiated them down to 1.1 at this point. And
1.1 for 68 apartments that are paying somewhere to $400 to $600 a month. 1.1. That's only 20 a door. That's not even 20 a door. I mean, you should definitely be able to get in there, but you better find out what the problems are. You better look into everything. Utilities. Have you gone through the expenses of the property, the income and expense reports, and seen all the bills and everything?
We have we've seen their latest tax returns, and it looks like they're coming home with about 128. They're doing, I think, about 230 in revenue, and they're after expenses and taxes and all that good stuff on their return, it looks like they're taking home about 128.
So why are they selling it?
They're telling me that they're selling it. Apparently, that there's a developer and a president of a college. They're using this as their retirement. So the story goes that they're ready to retire and they want to cash out, and maybe they have some disputes amongst each other. But that's how the story goes.
All right, so there's some kind of story behind it, which is good. It's some kind of distress situation, whatever. Listen, you go through the damn numbers. If the numbers make sense and you got them down to a good price, which sounds like you did, the bank's willing to give you the goddamn loan, then I don't see the problem. There's no risk. I mean, that place shouldn't it be worth a lot more money once you get in there? But first, find out what the problems are. And then if you can fix the problems, then the building should be worth more money. But it sounds like a very safe investment to me. I don't know what the problems are. I don't know what the condition is, but it sounds like a very safe investment. So you're on the right track. You're going from one flip all the way to 68 units. I mean, if those things are worth 10 more a door even down the road, then you just made $680,000.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
there you go. That's how I do it. That you're doing what I do. Okay. All right. Well, good luck to you. Take care. But
thank you very much.
You're doing the right thing. You know what you're doing.
Ben, thank you.
Do your homework. DD, due diligence.
Thank you very much.
All right, we have another super chat from Jose.
Jose, can you see?
I'm 28 with 20 units. They range from 150 to 200K.
What? Aaron, you want to help him out with the reading?
No. Okay, he's 28.
Bad readers together, get one good reader.
With 28, I'm 28 with 20 units. They range from 150 to 200K. The cap around is 13%. The goal is to be where I'm in 15 years. Would you recommend interest only with small deals like this, or if so, why? So he has 20 units, 150 to 200K each. The cap rate is around 13%. And
he already owns it? He has it?
Yeah, looks like it, yeah.
I mean, it sounds good. I mean, he's got a cap rate of 13%, I mean, interest only. I always try to get interest only, okay? Because real estate technically is supposed to appreciate, especially if you bought it right. So I'm not worried about paying down the damn principal. And if I'm borrowing money cheap, I want to borrow as much money as I can, okay? Because I'm going to put that money to use, and you have more cash flow by interest only. Okay, so I don't know. I always try to get some sort of interest only. Honestly, what I try to do is I'll go in and buy a property. I'll get them to agree to 2 years interest only. And before the interest only is up, I'll tell the bank, listen, you want to refinance this, baby? And sometimes I don't even want cash out. Do a refi and do the interest only again. Or go to another bank if they don't want to play ball, But I believe in interest only when you buy right. And, you don't pay down in principal. You got cash flow. What else you got, Rapal?
We got a caller.
We got a caller. There's a caller on the line. How are you today?
Good, you?
Pretty good. What's up? What can we do for you?
Good. Hey, I got an opportunity to buy a 64 unit and a 24 unit from the same owner.
Okay.
I'm wondering what my value, what percent of finding the deal should be ownership.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little. You got a 64 to 24 from the same guy wants to sell you both buildings, right?
Yep.
All right, what's up? What
and I want to know.
Yeah.
And I want to know what percent of the deal or of ownership should be for finding the deal. So when I go to my partners, how much percent should I get out of that?
I mean, if they're your partners, are you in the deal? You all got skin in the game or what? How many partners and, what's the story? Are you putting money in the deal or what?
I will bring money into the deal. Right now I'm trying to find partners to bring the deal down. I want to make sure I partner with the right people too. So,
well, the point is this. If you're serious about, and everybody does their own thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't knock anybody for trying to make money, but, if I found a deal and I couldn't do the deal by myself and there's other people that are going to come in with me on the deal, if they're partners, then we're just splitting everything, based on how much money you put in the deal. Otherwise, you're not flipping the deal to them. I mean, I don't know what to say, except if they're partners, then they, you shouldn't be upcharging the deal. I don't know. Do whatever you get away with, but you got to find people that have the money to back you up.
Sure. So yeah, I mean, my hope is to bring a smaller amount of money. I have other people that have more money to bring to the deal. I'm just trying to figure out, if me bringing the deal is worth less money.
It depends. It's not bringing a deal, that's something, but that's what creates it. But the point is, what's going to happen after you get the deal? Who's going to run the deal? I mean, if you're going to be the main partner, managing it, fixing it, running it, yeah, you're entitled to more percentage of the ownership. But what's the story once you buy it? What are you going to do with it?
Yes, that's my goal. I lost my W-2. I own about 20 some properties right now by myself. So I'm going to be managing it, running it. And then I'm just looking for financial backing.
Well, you got two ways to handle it. You can borrow the money from them and owe them the money and pay them just a straight interest rate and don't make them partners. You can borrow the money from them if they want, and they can put a second or a third on the property, or you can make them a partner, and then you say, listen, I'm going to run the whole goddamn deal, and I'm going to get, 10%, more, 5 to 10% more for running the whole goddamn show. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can structure it. It's, what are they willing to swallow? Are they willing to swallow, you getting extra money for running the whole goddamn show? Or just, if they're willing to loan you the money, that's the best thing. Because then you don't want you only want partners when you can, you have to take them. If they're willing to loan you the money and offer them some great return, it's better than being a partner. I'd rather pay somebody more interest rate, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7% than having them get a big chunk of 50% of the profits if I make $1 million. So
sure. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to do it myself. All my equity, right, is where my money lies. I mean, I have some small cash, liquid asset, but most of it's all equity. The seller won't do no
carry. The seller will do any carry for you?
No, not on these ones. I've bought an 8 unit from him. Well, he carried the whole note. These two, he wants to get rid of all of it all at once.
Right. Well, you got to find a bank that's going to give you a loan, then find the money to get the down payment, and that's what you got to do. Start dialing for I used to call it dialing for dollars. Sure. Find the money. All right, good luck to you.
Ben, I appreciate the knowledge. Thanks so much.
Take care. Bye-bye. I mean, I'd rather borrow money than take on partners. Because let me tell you, I'd much rather take $1 million and borrow it from somebody and pay them, let's say, even 10%. right? If I really needed that bad, that's $100,000. Because when I go to sell a property, you know, the profit could be $1 million. I'd rather give them $100,000 for borrowing their money than $500,000 for splitting and being a partner. Always borrow money from people when you can, and try to stay away from partners if you don't need them. You know, especially if you're doing all the goddamn work. That's how I broke away from Mark. Mark was a partner. I do all the freaking work. He's traveling around the world like a big shot. I'm here in the rough neighborhoods doing managing shit in my life on the line, and we're partners. He got 50% of the goddamn money. Screw that. When I didn't need him anymore and I could borrow from other banks and other people, I did it on my own. But you got to start somewhere. What else you got, Rafal?
All right, that was actually the last call of this podcast.
Last call for the podcast. Last call. One more? Any more? Last chance. We're going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9. You got any more numbers to call?
There's no more.
Nobody wants us. All right, the hell with you then.
Thank you very much for
people.
all.
They don't want help. Screw it. I don't give a damn. I got a hot tub that's even good in the rain. All right, adios, amigos.
Thank you very much for all the super chats.
Come on, this thing better bring me some luck this week. Come on, I need to get back in business. All right, peace.